What if I told you one of the biggest leadership myths is that organizational transformation requires more time, more meetings, more committees, more planning sessions, more consultants? After nearly 50 years helping organizations grow, recover, and thrive, I've discovered something different. The most effective leaders aren't necessarily the busiest. They're the leaders who consistently invest time in what matters most. In fact, just 15 focused minutes a day can dramatically change an organization. Today, I'll show you why. Hello, I'm Guy Williams, founder of Community Lifters. For decades, venture capital firms brought me into organizations that were struggling, stalled, or preparing for growth. I've also spent more than 30 years serving as an elder in the church, helping ministry leaders navigate many of the same challenges. Whether it was a business, nonprofit, ministry, or community organization, I noticed a common pattern. Most organizations don't fail because of bad intentions. They struggle because leaders become consumed by urgent tasks while neglecting the activities that create long term health. That's why I developed the 15-minute leadership framework. Think about your typical day. Your inbox fills up, the phone rings, problems arise, people need your attention. Before you know it, the day is over. You were busy. But were you leading? The challenge usually isn't effort, it's intentionality. Here's something that may surprise you. After working with organizations for nearly 5 decades, I found that declining donations, staff turnover, volunteer burnout, poor communication, and low morale are rarely the real problem. They're symptoms. The real issue is usually deeper. And when leaders address the root cause, meaningful change can happen faster than they expect. That's where the 15-minute leadership framework comes in. The secret is simple. Every day, spend 15 focused minutes investing in one of five leadership areas, not hours, not half a day, just 15 intentional minutes. Why? Because small actions repeated consistently create extraordinary results. Just as compound interest grows wealth, compound leadership grows healthy organizations. First, mission alignment. Remind people why their work matters. People are more engaged when they understand the purpose behind what they do. Mission drift often begins when leaders stop talking about the mission. Second, trust architecture. Trust is the currency of leadership. Use those 15 minutes to follow up on a commitment, have an honest conversation, or simply listen. Trust grows through consistency. Third, relational proximity. People support leaders they feel connected to. Call a donor, encourage a volunteer, check in with a team member. Strong organizations are built on strong relationships. Fourth, empowered ownership. Many leaders become bottlenecks. Spend 15 minutes coaching someone instead of solving the problem for them. When people own the mission, they become invested in the outcome. Fifth, visible impact. People need to know their efforts matter. Share a success story. Celebrate a win. Recognize a contribution. What gets celebrated gets repeated. I've seen this principle work time and again. When organizations struggle, leaders often think they need a massive overhaul. Sometimes they do, but more often they need a return to leadership fundamentals. I've watched morale improve because leaders consistently encouraged their teams. I've watched donor retention increase because leaders communicated impact. I've watched organizations regain momentum because leaders reconnected people to the mission. These changes didn't happen overnight. They happened because someone made small deposits every day. Psychologists call this the progress principle. Research shows that one of the greatest drivers of motivation is seeing meaningful progress. When people see progress, engagement rises. When progress disappears, motivation declines. Your daily 15-minute investment helps people see movement, purpose, and momentum. And that's where transformation begins. So here's my challenge. Tomorrow morning, before you open your email or react to the day's problems, set aside 15 minutes. Choose one of the five leadership areas: mission, trust, relationships, ownership, or impact. Then make a small investment: one conversation, one phone call, one note of encouragement, one coaching moment, one story of impact. Do that consistently for the next 30 days. I think you'll be surprised by what changes, not just in your organization, but in your leadership, because transformational leadership isn't built in giant moments. It's built in small moments repeated faithfully over time. If you found this helpful, please like, subscribe, and share this video with another leader who could use some encouragement. Until next time, keep your focus on the mission.